Before we start today's video, just want a quick word on these things because I don't usually go on about safety. This is my visor. It came with the lathe. It's about as cheap as you can get, but it is some protection. I have actually ordered a new one now, which is quite superior to this. But I know I'm never in shot when I'm on the lathe, but believe me, I do wear this because I print out this photo of Martin Sabin-Smith. He had a hell of an accident with a massive piece of wood that went flying off. Luckily he had a visor on, but according to this photo it looks like he's fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. And what do you mean? This is a photo of him before he had the accident. Roll the titles. Hello viewer, welcome back to 54A. Haven't done any real turning for a while now, a week or so. I've been messing around with these segments. I'm going to try the Indian blanket design eventually for a bowl. I've got a few of these actually made up now, but it doesn't have to take a lot of time and concentration. Everything's got to be so perfect. It's coming on. I am making little videos of it as I go along, so that's the basic design that'll go all the way around, hopefully. But it takes a lot, I say, of concentration, and I thought I'd have a rest today and found a lump of wood. Thought I'd try and make something with it. I'll get set up onto the lathe and show you what it is. This is just a great chunk of pine. I don't even know if it's going to turn into anything, but I've set it up between centres. It's approximately 9 inches long, 5 inches wide-ish. Won't be anywhere near that once it's round, but so it might even fall apart, I don't know. It's just something to have a bit of a practice on. I don't even know what I'm going to make with it yet. I'll just get it to round and take it from there. So bear with me. I'm using one of these Perform gouges that I picked up off eBay. I did put a picture of them on the Woodturning site. Got 6 for 30 quid, and they're brand new. Somebody didn't know what they were selling, I think. So actually they're not performing. See that? See what I said there? They're not too bad. Probably not the best in the world, but it's taking this off without much problem. So I'll carry on with it for a bit and sort of run it in a bit. Of course, the main thing when you're doing anything like this that's nowhere near round, take your time. Don't try pushing the tool in too hard. You'll only end up with a catch, especially on softwood, and you'll ruin something. Might be your face. So just take your time with it. Go nice and gently. Right, I'll carry on with this and get back to you later. I've just altered the camera angle slightly so you can see a bit better what I'm actually doing with the tool. I'm nearly finished with the roughing out gouge now. I'll just give it another couple of passes and then I'll go on to something, a bowl gouge or a scraper. Yep, nearly round now. I think that'll do with the roughing gouge. Still don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. It's heading towards being a vase, isn't it, really? We'll see. I'll just mess around with it and see what happens. Okay, I've changed over to I think it's a 1-inch bowl gouge now. This is really sharp, but the difference, this is like, we'll put a finishing cut on it. The roughing gouge won't. It is a roughing gouge, really, just to get your basic shape. But I don't know if the camera can actually pick up the difference there to there. I'll do a bit more and show you, and this really sharp tool. I can zoom it in a bit for you. You can see the line. It's really quite rough there, and that is, it's more or less a finishing cut. It's really smooth, especially on this pine. Right, I might try and get a bit of shape on this. Right, I've just put a tenon on the end now. I want to get it in the jaws of my chuck as soon as possible. But, and it's quite a big but, there is cracks. Now then, I'm going to drop some CA glue in, super glue, and hope that it'll be alright. I hope so. It's actually quite a nice piece of wood, bit of spalt in there. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. It's just running through there, and I don't know how deep they go. They could be, well, it goes at least 1 inch in there, so we'll see. But I shall treat it and then carry on for a bit. Well, it's taking shape now. Beginning to see what I want to do with it now. I'm going to keep it quite simple, in at the waist, and just round it off out the top end a bit. I think the next thing to do is drill a hole down as far as I can. That does help a lot when you're hollowing out, if you've just got a hole there to start with. Doesn't matter how big it is, it just helps. So I'm going to get on with that now before I do anything else. Okay, I've drilled a hole a good few inches down. A lot of material to take out here now, which I'm using my Ellsworth grind bowl gouge on, spindle gouge on this. There's a lot to take out. If I get it wider, I might be able to get a chuck in a bit further and take some more material out with the drill. You can already see, sorry, you can already see taking quite a lot of material out with this tool. I really like this. This is one of my favourite gouges, I must admit. I'm going to carry on with that for quite a while. This will be very boring because it's the same old thing. I'm just using it more or less on its side with a scraping cut, pushing it in and then dragging it out again. And that's what I'm going to do for the next God knows how long. See you later. Okay, I've took out quite a width here now, so I haven't got the extra long Forstner bits or anything. I've just got a standard set. So I've had to take a lot of material out here, so I'll be able to get the chuck further in, you see, to go down as deep as possible. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, just taking out a lot more of the wood with the Forstner bit. I'll just carry on doing that now till I've got in as far as I can possibly go. It'll probably still leave an inch or two at the end of the at the base of the vase, but if that's as deep as I can go, that's it. You know, it's not a problem. Just have to get some shorter flowers. See you later. Well, I'm just putting some finishing touches to this now, just rounding it off round this lip. Just a very fine scrape on the outside now, and then I'll start sanding it up. I want to keep it really simple. I don't want to start trying to do anything fancy on it. It's just a lump of pine, so I don't want to spoil it. It's looks quite nice as it is, I think. Yes, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to go through the sanding process. Now, I know I keep saying it, but it's important not to miss a grit when you're going to do your sanding. Especially with pine, keep it moving. It's so easy, especially with the 100 and 120 grits. It'll be very easy to put a groove in with your Abranet or your sandpaper. So keep it moving at all times. Don't miss a grit out. You should get a pretty decent finish then. Well, I think that'll do for the sanding. There's already a bit of a shine coming on it. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would actually. Very nice pattern on it. Right, get some sanding sealant on it and polish it up. I'm using this Liberon Spirit Sanding Sealer. I bought it a while ago. Don't really like the stuff, to be honest, but I've bought it, so I've got to use it up. I think it's just because it's a lot thinner than what I'm used to, but it does the job well enough. Now this pine, it will sort of drink the stuff, so put plenty on. think that'll do for the first coat. I'll just let that dry and then knock it back with the Scotch pad as I usually do. I've tried using wire wool like a lot of people do, but it's what you're used to, I suppose. I'm used to using the Scotch pad and I get pretty good results with it. So I just repeat that process now with the sanding sealant, and then I'll get some polish on it. Now the polish I've applied to this isn't the Wood Wax 22 like I usually use. I bought some, I think it was Liberon. It was years ago I bought this stuff when I had my first lathe, one of these supermarket special things which didn't last long. And it's a liquid. It's a sort of sanding sealant and polish combined, and seeing as I said this is my sort of Sunday morning practice piece, I thought I'd just use that for a change and see what it comes out like. I've put it on, so now I'm going to try buffing it up. I think you'll admit that's quite a shine on that. A few nasty grooves in there though that I must get rid of. So a bit of work on that. But that's not come out too bad, has it? I've just got to turn it around, take the tenon off, and that'll do for another day. Just get rid of that little groove there. A bit more sanding maybe. But there it is, my Sunday morning practice piece. I'll call it a vase anyway. And that'll do for today. I've got some massive tidying up to do now. Thanks a lot for subscribing. If you're new to this, please subscribe. The more the merrier. And I'll see you soon with another little video. Take care now. Bye.